This morning we're going to cover Qigong and Qigong hitting. And as much as I may not use this, maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I'll show you a technique that you can do without this. And what this is I got it from Thailand, and it's for hitting the body and hitting the bones. And so, but essentially, again, you can do the same thing with your fist or your palm or your fingers, as it's a tapping. If you've ever been familiar with tapping and using just focusing your consciousness, focusing your mind by just tapping, you can calm the nervous system. You can calm somebody else too. So if, say, maybe a child, maybe it's a child of yours that you want to help calm down, you can simply do something like that. You can tap on the top of the head. It's a very calming effect because it brings your awareness to the crown of your head, a lot of blood to the brain, and oxygen to the brain. Or you can do the same thing to stimulate, obviously, like a partner. Obviously, you could, tap the, touch, or, something like that's going to stimulate, right, and bring awareness and attention and blood flow. So if it was legs, then obviously blood flow to the sexual energy and the Qigong energy. But if you wanted to bring someone, to their awareness, so bringing yourself to your third eye, and just tap your third eye. Inhale. And so what this does is it helps to bring awareness into that area. Maybe you have like very, very tension. Maybe you have like very, so you can help to kind of relax. So if you use both hands and use both fingers, just tap the forehead to help relax, the eyes to relax. Inhale, and breathe and expand this energy. Exhale, feel the relaxation of the subtle body, the energetic body. And that's always at the bottom of the breath. Never said that before, but there's the inhale, which you're bringing prana and chi into the body, you're bringing it in, but the retention is where you're experiencing the expansion and the absorption of the oxygen in the body and the cells and the expansion. And then there's the exhalation where you're releasing, you're letting go of it, but at the bottom of the suspension is where you're feeling the subconscious let go. And it's subtle, it's like in the background, it's in the back of your ears, but it's in the back of your spine, and it's the relaxation of your spine, and that's at the bottom of the breath. So be conscious of that, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about hitting, and hitting using something like this. I'll just show you what it is, but they have wooden ones as well. I have a wooden one. I don't know what the wooden one is. The bamboo ones are cool, but it's just like, I always appreciated the steel ones because maybe that's just me, but they say it's better because it affects the bones and the chi in the bones. And so your chi, what is chi? I've always had this fascination for what chi was. So I can give you an explanation from my 10-year journey to China and Thailand, and to Tai Chi every morning and to yoga every morning. So chi is energy, it's life force, it's really essentially the more oxygen you have in your body, the more ability your body absorbs the oxygen too as well, because you have this almost this immune system, this subconscious body that almost fights the world around you, and you don't even know it. You're not in control of it. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. If you're a yogi, if you do any meditation, maybe you're just a conscious person. A lot of you are, but A lot of you aren't. So, I mean, on so many levels, you are and you aren't. So everybody's the same, you know. Yeah. Any new topic you want to learn, you're a child at it, and you got to learn, and you have to know how to learn the quickest too as well. So there's that ability to be able to learn fast and to be able to absorb quickly and to change quickly, to be a liberal in a sense, um, in the spiritual sense, but in the learning and the growing aspect. So when you're hitting your body, you have your chi, you have this electricity. This electricity is in every cell of your body. It comes from the oxygen, but it comes from the spiritual realm too as well. So you're inhaling this nature, and it comes from the trees. This purity, this, again, essentially it's oxygen. It's what they give us. We need this oxygen. We need this oxygen molecule in our cell. So hitting the body helps to clear, and you can do it to your hands. So like, mom, this will be really good for you. Hit your wrist. Right away you feel relaxation. There's a bit of pain. It's not really a pain though, right? It's like it's just like a shaking up of that spot. So that's why this is really cool. You can hold it at the bottom. You can hold it here. I'm doing it because I'm seated, but we'll do it standing in a second. Hitting the hands. If you have any hand problems, this is really good for your hands. Bone density. I gotta get one of these for my grandma, for Lori too. My family. And so what you do is you go up the meridian channels, and you want to wake up the tendons. And what happens is that muscular tension and emotional tension, and like, I mean, there's things going on so many wavelengths, on so many levels, that, you know, to be conscious of all of that at the same time, you're godlike. You have godlike powers and consciousness. And some people do have that awareness, again, but to be able to, you know, and then you got to block people's energy out. So again, hitting and clearing a lot of this stuff. There's tension in the neck, even into the skull, into the face. It's not a big deal. The medulla oblongata, the back of the skull, with the occiput. Put this back on here because I actually like to hit it with the tight too, because it's a little more impactful. So going into my body now, going into the organs, we do a whole 6 healing sounds. There's a whole process. So we can go through that real quickly. Starting at the heart, you have your heart, you got your thymus gland too, as well as your immune system, your white blood cells. They create your antibodies, which is you're fighting the bacteria and the virus that essentially is that we're so worried about. But if you just hit your chest and smile and laugh at everyone, I'm building my immune system, and I'm not worried, because my cells are more stronger than whatever you say it is. That's really it. So, especially your lungs. Inhale, smile, bring joy and happiness into your frequency, because fear and lower emotions, lower negativity of the Jung energy is what kills the waters in the blood. So smile and be happy and bring peace and joy and happiness into your heart. So I'm hitting with this, but you may not have it. You can get one. So I'm gonna hit with my hand and my palm. It's essentially the same thing. Smile. You imagine a red color, glowing red into your heart, and joy and happiness. The small smile of your lips brings joy. It changes your frequency. If you're frowning at me right now, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Just smile for a second. Feel how that lifts you up out of here, right? Because you're corners of my mouth are pointing down here into my shoulders. They're frumping my shoulders and that's frumping my heart. Pick this up. Inhale. Open up the ribs. Doing this with the elbows and the thumbs is really good for the lungs, which is the next one. So actually it's not the next one. The next one's actually the stomach, and then it goes into the lungs. So it goes from fire to earth, and fire creates the earth, and then earth creates the metal, metal creates the water, and water creates the wood, and wood burns into the fire. So it's a continuous cycle, and so we continue to hit that. You go down to the stomach. You can hit the stomach. And again, it does work better with this. You're gonna feel the effect, so do get one of these if you can. But and you can find them on Amazon. I wish I was selling them too, because I'd sell you one. But you find one on Google or Amazon. But yeah, Qigong hitting steel. I think they have them on Amazon. Hit into your stomach. This will help break up any tension across the diaphragm for acid reflux. So Dave, this is a good one for you. Dave, you should be hitting. I'll give this one to Dave for next time I see him. Exhaling a cool sound. Getting into the ribs. Strengthens the bones. So my sister, you should be doing this one. And then in this, go down into the large intestine. The large intestine, your digestion also comes from the lungs too. You can even hit up here into the shoulder for your lungs, or down into your ribs and continue along. But that's just going into your large intestine, which is metal, and that's sadness and grief down there. So if you have any sadness or grief, they want to stand up for this one. So stand up, hit my hips, hit into the low hips, my low back a little bit, and clear out the large intestine, strengthen the tissue of that, and help bring strength, courage, righteousness, and a white light into the lungs and large intestine. And it also clears your skin, make you look young. Okay, so I'm going to hit, and I'm going to go with digestion. So it starts here and it goes all the way around from your right side to your left. I don't know if the camera switched, so if it is, just right side is your ascending colon up to your liver, across down to the stomach on the left, down to ascending colon and sigmoid colon out the bottom. So the exhale sound is a S sound. Again, anything to hit. And maybe you do have something that you can hit yourself with, because it's all it really is. Just find something to hit yourself with, because you want more pressure. And the harder you hit yourself, the more energy is going to be cut. It's just like working out, but in a different way. And in a better way, essentially, I think, because it makes you tougher, it makes your tissue stronger, your blood stronger, it helps clear out a lot of chi that's stuck in the organs, and those organs are affecting your emotions and obviously creating disease, and those diseases are what kills people. So have a healthy heart because of your digestion. A lot of times the digestion affects the heart, and then people die from the heart, but it's really below, or stuff like that. But anyway, continue hitting, and you may be a little sore too, so just be mindful of that. Maybe you've already eaten. If you don't want to eat before this too much, because you want to have a clear stomach, you drink a little bit of warm water after, and then we go into eating something healthy. Probably light, something like fruit is best because it has fiber and sugars, and it'll energize, and it's light, and the juices and everything like that help kickstart my digestion. So continue hitting like this and going up around the top here, and then we'll go into the kidneys, to the liver, and be done. Going into the kidneys on the back, kidneys and the bladder meridians on the back and the sacrum, and then straight onto the front is the bladder. So hitting into the bladder will also help with your hormones and your time of the month versus men, your testosterone levels. All good. Helps clear the chi. So bladder in the front, you may feel like you have to go to the bathroom. Will help you go to the bathroom this morning if you haven't already, and also try to like hold it in if it feels like you have to go to the bathroom. That strengthens the bladder. The healing sound for the kidneys is it's a hollowed out sound. And when you hollow out, you pull your belly in, and that contracts the kidneys, and you kind of feel it with the diaphragm. So activate the diaphragm, that pulls up on the kidneys, and then it affects the kidneys better. Pull the sexual organs in at the same time too, so you're affecting those two areas. Okay. Same thing on the back, hitting into the kidneys. Which leads us into the liver. So, calming anger. I didn't say fear is in the kidneys. Well, I did say it, but I didn't say it directly. So we have sadness and grief that may also be affected from the kidneys. A lot of times the kidneys are in our feet. It's in our lower sexual energy. A lot dealing with our life and our security and our mula bandha and our root chakra and our money. So it has so much to do with our life that the fear affects either one way. It goes up to the digestion and sadness, and the sadness creates worry up into the stomach, and it goes up that cycle up into the heart and affects the heart, and then at that point it's all done. Or it goes up the other way and you're angry. So we got fear leading to anger in the liver. So this is a more forward cycle where it's pushing you forward in a sense. So you're angry and you're frustrated, and then that leads to impatience and cruelty and unforgiveness and hatred in the heart. So here we go on to the liver side, hitting into the liver, the deep digestion. And this is a big organ here, so a big side on the right side. You're going to hit your right side, leading into the back too, as it affects the kidneys on the right kidney. Sometimes people have their right kidney taken out because of the liver and the gallbladder, or the people have their gallbladder taken out. So hit the liver and really strengthen the right side here, as the ascending colon also may affect the liver too, because it gets blocked here, and so then it affects digestion and it gets all crammed up, and we can't push it back to let it out. So hit the right side. Don't get angry. Kindness and generosity. Just let it go. Give it out to the world. Let it go, because it's always good. It's always going to be good. You're always taken care of. That helps both sides. Here on the worry side, Earth, you're always taken care of. I'm always taken care of. The universe is always on my side. God is always on your side. God is inside you. You are God, and you are creating your reality. So hit your right side. Shh, calm your frustration. Everything is good. Or it's okay. So hit your side. Leading up into the ribs too. Get up into the rib cage, high up here. Under the breast. Maybe it affects the breast too, because for women you have your breast, and that's fear too. So fear from the kidneys also affects the breast, and maybe that's breast cancer from the kidneys and the adrenal glands. It affects the adrenals. Kidneys have so much to do. They've got the sexual energy, right? Reproductive energy. Then they also have the waste to do, right? So they're letting everything go. Everything has to go out the kidneys, and then the liquids, right? And then for women, monthly, right? We've got that going on too. And then also ovaries, and then ovaries are going up into the nipples, which is breastfeeding. And if women don't have a thing going on with women, there's a lot going on there that affects, and so people there's breast cancer. So. Things like that. So you got to be preventative by massaging and breaking up that tissue and strengthening it, and it'll enliven your energy, and then you'll attract what you really want instead of sulking in your fear. So don't let sulk in your fear. Have peace and gentleness, and that gentleness and calmness and nature will shine your beauty and your light and divine nature, and whatever you want will come to you. So that completes it all, actually. So from the liver going, it brings new. So once you're kind and you're generous, that brings love into the heart, and then now you have love in your heart, and whatever happens, happens. And whatever you want to happen is going to happen. So keep your mind focused, and all of this is good, then this will shine, and it will open up. And then you can go back to this meditation. Breathe, clear the nostrils, and focus, and we'll do a bhavana. And visualize what you want from there. So much respect, you guys. Breathe. See you guys at 1. Lori, I'll see you at 1 with Medicine Ball 2. Medicine Ball 2, what we can do for the core and clearing more digestion and stuff like that. Diaphragm. I'll see you guys later.